And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And a big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. Now after the holding call, here's second and 20. Newton throwing again. And he'll find Hall. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time.
It's caught inside the 25. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Night, sweetheart. Mike, 54.
Now Haskins on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
57. Mike, 57.
Again on second and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
57's Mike. Mike, 57. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing. Echo. Y'all playing the wrong football.
On third down, Haskins. And Jeffrey's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On second and goal. Haskins, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for two. Again, it's Haskins. And this will be caught as they convert here for two. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Newton now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Newton now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous.
From the red zone now, Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
It's going to be a long day.
Here's Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. From the gun, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
This is Geis. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Check 59, Mike.
From the 22, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Rip right, rip right.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Short. Double dog. That's the way.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Check, 59, 59. Go. Go. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Hey, watch the delay.
Mike,
From the gun, it's Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 4-yard line.
Hey, pick your game up.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big play there from McCaffrey. 54 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 41 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Penny, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Elijah Penny, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Second and 10 now. Haskins. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And Robinson with a big catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Haskins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Mike's partner.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You must be dreaming.
Mike's 59.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Set, ready. Henry. Mike 54. Mike 54. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Mike's spot 4. Mike's spot 4. Mike's spot 4. You're not ready.
Haskins back to the air. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Haskins going to throw again. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. This time, the extra point up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal.
24.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Panthers take over.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that top deep. Don't let him breathe.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey.
Let's go. Come on.
Muscles him off. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now it's Newton. He gets it to Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Newton on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. Here's Haskins. It's complete to Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Haskins on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
That's another Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
To throw on third down, Haskins. That's complete, Hooper. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
2nd down and goal. Newton, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton as they have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike's 59. Watch the run, watch the run.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Love.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Come on, set. Hey, come on. 59. Hustle. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check. 59.
I got him.
Mike.
Throwing on 1st down. Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Echo. Hey, 1 set. we go, here we go. Mike.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And his throw here is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here's the party now. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Throwing again. Here's Haskins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Again, it's Haskins. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go. That's it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. He runs. He runs. He runs.
Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check.
Ready.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing now. Haskins on first down. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing now is Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Back to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Josh Jones in on the stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, check.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Hey, watch the screen,
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Watch the screen. Mike 54.
He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Gano's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got one timeout left, want to save it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And Thomas has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Newton to throw. Here we go, this to avoid overtime. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
From the 50, Newton. Thomas has got it, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
51 at the mic. Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now what can Haskins do here in overtime? Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's out right at the 25.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Ready. 54 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Delta. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here I come.
From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins, and tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Here's Tressway now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. This is fielded at the 27. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Get in the weight room.
To throw again. Newton. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Go, go, go. Mike 51, Mike 51.
I got him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let a team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
On 2nd down, Love. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now Haskins to throw it. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Let's go right here now.
second down. It's Love. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Got it. 9, Mike Butt, 9. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Shift. 66, bullet, half. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, I'm coming.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Just like that.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Redskins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.